A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards. As he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Kaepernick now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the give, this is Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And able to find Graham. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
1st down.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
The ball carrier.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Gibson brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cook on the toss left. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
They juked him, setting up the screen for Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the Bears' 39-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's a nice run right there. Able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Here we go on 4th down with Kaepernick. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
He's brought down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears will get the football back.
On downs.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
7-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Kaepernick. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Kaepernick now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That is throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Kaepernick. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Called that a very strong gain of 24. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Returning it, Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
1st down, Chicago.
On 1st down, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
Kaepernick's pass.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Kaepernick. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. They'll run on 1st down. Cook.
Cousins hands to Dalvin.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
To Tariq Cohen.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
on second down. It's Patterson, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And now the throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Cohen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Vikings, 30.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Bears 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, That got done.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd down and 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Second and 11 now. Give to Cook out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing is already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire